Hello, and welcome to another episode of Ladies Listen Up with my co-host, Mr. Cherrard. How are you today, sir?
I am doing well. How are you?
That is awesome. I am well. I'm well. You all don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this information with somebody else. Today's topic, I am sure you're going to get a lot of nuggets out of it and give you something to think about. We are playing foosball. Did I say that correctly, Mr. Cherrard?
Yes, ma'am. Foosball.
All right. All righty. Well, I guess, I don't know if we're twisting the little men or whatever. I guess I'm going to pop it over in your court or whatever it is, on your side of the table. That's what it is. Pop. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, we're going to talk about dating a married man.
Yeah, the tragedies.
Yeah, it could be a tragedy.
Ooh.
Because, I've literally heard some women say they prefer to date married men because they don't have to deal with him all the time.
Yeah, I heard that too. I've heard it.
And then you the majority of the time get the best of him. You don't get the problems and the things and this and that and the age. You get the good side. Let the wife deal with the stressful part of them, but you deal with the dinner dates, the trips, and all of the other stuff. All the things that he's not doing for his wife, he's doing for you.
So why not just date a single man? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because you're afraid it's going to go beyond that. Some people don't want to go beyond a certain point in a relationship. Is that it? They feel like if they're dating a single man, they might get caught up or something. I mean, I'm just trying to understand the logic in that. Because you saying I'm okay with sharing.
I think the logic behind something like that is that I don't want to get done like I'm doing somebody.
And karma is a mug, though.
Oh, yeah. Karma is the only woman that does not discriminate.
Hello. Because she coming for you. You cannot hide.
And there's a karmic debt that has to be paid, and it will be paid.
Wow. Well, we're going to dive into this topic and talk about the tragedies of dating a married man. Yeah, I think it is a tragedy, but okay, that's just my opinion. You got a list there for us.
we got a list, and it says 15 tips to stop dating a married man. 15 tips to stop. Because you and I were just talking about the marriage thing.
Right.
And if something shall ever happen to him and he's still married.
Yes.
Wifey can come in and regulate because they're still married. And you're left SOL.
Right. Because legally that's where all the rights are. She has the power, if you will.
And you have Nathan.
Exactly.
So the one tip, the first tip is do a reality check.
Yeah.
How to end an affair with a married man when you're head over heels in love? It's time to give yourself a reality check. Come out of the world of extramarital affairs and back to reality, because TV promotes this stuff big time. The media promotes it. First things first, you shouldn't have fallen for a married man. You can tell yourself the hearts want what it wants, all you want, but there's a tiny voice in your head that keeps you up at night. That's the voice of reason. Listen to it. Think about how bad an influence this relationship is. Think about what your life was and what it has become. Are you happy from within? Is this what you want? Claiming your right on someone married to some other woman. The secrecy, the lies, the fear, the dishonesty, the pain of having an affair with another woman's husband will haunt you. If necessary, make a pros and cons list. Don't let this relationship ruin all the good things in your life, because like we said, karma.
Right, exactly.
So, yep, do a reality check.
And I think that's really powerful because we need to decide how we want to show up in the world. And not saying that, if you've ever been there before and I don't think once, I'm not even going to say, I don't know if I guess you would call it a cheater, because you're cheating something, you're cheating. So
Who cheating? Who cheating? Who the one cheating?
Both.
Nah, I mean the husband is just see
How
here's
husband ain't cheating?
hold on. Listen here, listen to here. Look at here, you know, look at him, look at him, look at him.
You
You
made me
know.
forget my proper English. How is the husband not cheating? No, I have to go back and correct that because wait
You
a minute.
know,
Okay, go ahead. Yes.
you know, they say 304s save marriages, right? You know, because you know, what the wife ain't at home doing, the 304 is doing. You know, because when the wife got a headache, this woman, she's the aspirin.
We are not
You know,
justifying this today, okay?
that's what I'm trying to tell you. You know, when the wife say, I don't feel like it, I'm tired. But she has all the energy that you need. You know.
Not,
It was once said by an old wise man, nothing.
not fall three. No. We were waiting for it. We were waiting for it. Nothing. And we got it. Nothing.
No, but seriously though, I mean that in dating a married person can be very dangerous too. So
Oh, for
let's let's
sure.
let's be honest. You'll get your wig split back.
See, for sure. Yeah, for sure it can be. Yes.
All right.
And you know what
No,
though, and it's crazy because we talk about, you know, in doing this intentionally, but let's give some leniency to those that may do it and don't realize that the person is married. And then now you got a whole nother situation when you do find out, whether you find out a month in, whatever amount of time, because we do have some people that are very, 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 very clever at hiding.
I ain't going for that one. I ain't gonna buy that one. But I understand what you talk about, Doc. I'm just not going for that one.
I understand, but you meet somebody you don't know right off the rip if they married and they're saying they're not married, or they got their situation all tied up that you really don't know until you know. You're responsible once you know. How about that?
I mean, I hear you.
I mean, you say you meet somebody and you look at it, what they got married stamped on their forehead. If they're not open and honest about it, how are you supposed to know off the rip?
I'm just saying.
I'm saying too. How do you
I mean,
know?
but you got sometimes you got to look at more than just one thing. You got to look at the available time that they have. You know, there's a pattern on. You know, I got to be at home at this time. You know, oh, I can't. There's certain things. You know, unless his wife works. If his wife works midnights, just say his wife works midnights. That's usually 11 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Okay.
If he got to get up at 6, I mean, and be gone by 6, chances are he got a wife.
But
Okay.
What if none of those restrictions that you just talked about? What if none of those exist?
Or what? He can just stay out as late as he wants.
Exactly.
I mean, now the thing is, now 9 times out of 10, he will have restrictions if he's married. If the marriage is any good,
and
if
depending on his job, though, depending on what type of job he has.
So now we're talking about, you know, just say now y'all work together on midnights. Now all we got to do is say, you know, because that's that work husband, work wife joint.
See, I'm just saying you had a hard line about, you know, and I'm defending my sisters that didn't know. I'm not defending the ones that know. I'm defending the ones that didn't know, and when they did know, they did something about it. No, we can't draw a hard line. Tell me why you're drawing such a hard line. No, because you're a man. That's fine.
We're drawing this hard line.
Because you're a man.
She knowed what she was doing.
No.
Then she drew the hard line when somebody found out that she was involved with a married man. And then the embarrassment of it was because now she went to church.
I'm not saying all, and we're not saying all, but I'm saying no. Those cases do exist, Mr. Cherrard.
You and far between.
Okay, but they do exist. Remember us all, never, always. Okay, we're not going to have an argument here about
our. If you didn't know, now you know. I mean, I'm just saying.
You have to do something about it. Absolutely. No, I get that. I'm saying for sure.
I'm just saying.
What's number 2?
Okay. Number 2. I don't still believe it, but I'm just saying. Number 2. Number 2 is many women Get into relationships with married men thinking that is what they deserve. They subconsciously think that they are
Mm.
not going to find someone else and try to adjust to the situation. Some women's convince themselves that they are in love while they could just be in love with the idea of being in a relationship. Believe in yourself. Tell yourself that the best is yet to come and you do not need to compromise. Your future will be brighter than you think. You just need to be ready for it.
Absolutely. No, that's so true. Believing in
Yeah, well,
yourself.
yeah, you do. You do. I think that's like it's either a lack of confidence in yourself that you can actually obtain or pick someone for yourself,
Right.
or like I said earlier, when we were talking before we came on camera, is that maybe she does not want to get done the way that she's doing someone else, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why we say karma does come back
Absolutely,
to
it does. Absolutely.
you know.
All
So
right.
number 3,
Okay.
think about your future.
Yeah.
To stop dating a man, all you need to do is think about your future. What do you see? Have you been standing at the same place without any hope? Do you see a family, a future with the married man you are dating? Do you see a time in life where he will be yours to call on? Well, we'll tell you what you see and what you know. You are in a relationship that is doomed. Your future is at a standstill. Your youth is coming to an end, and you are still unsure who you are going to spend the rest of your life with. You let go of suitable men because you're hanging on to this relationship. The future can only happen if you give it a chance. Think about it. Being mindful of it can help you take the first steps towards figuring out how to stop loving a married man.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, focusing on your future. Absolutely.
But like I said, and then like I said earlier when we were talking about it, hey, some women don't want to deal with a single man. They don't want a man of all their own. They want to deal with a married man because hey, I just get the good parts of them. When I don't want to be bothered, I don't have to be bothered. And if a married man, if he's one of those married men that's actually still into his wife, people say you can't love more than two people. Yes, you can. You definitely can. And, just because you may have an extramarital affair, that doesn't mean you don't love your wife. It just means you're greedy. You want
Mm.
more and more and more, right? So if this dude is still has love for his family at home,
Right.
he's only going to be able to get out when he can get out. And when this woman accepts that, she's accepting the simple fact. She's basically a lot of time these type of women. I'm not talking about all of them in this situation, but these type of women, they want that kind of situation because I don't have to worry about them popping up on me. I don't have to worry about she can still go hang with the girls and do whatever she wants. When she wants to hook up, then they schedule a time. And she
Yeah,
may
but
have a couple married men.
wow. Right. But if you have, then I guess it's what's important to you. Because if you're talking about, wow, thought just went out of my head when we were talking because I was just listening to what you said about a couple of points you made. And you said that, yeah, you could love more than one person. Okay, I get that. But if you truly love somebody, do you really want to hurt them? Or do you want them
What's
to experience the devastation of hurt that it's gonna cause if they're being true to you in the relationship and then you're not? So you're gonna risk that chance of them finding out, or you're just so or that person then being so arrogant to feel like they can hide it. They're not gonna be able to find out. So I guess the part about do you really love them, meaning do you love them enough to not want them hurt? That's what I
okay?
think part of loving somebody is.
I could put I can bring up an instance because let's be honest. The only difference between a man and woman cheating and them saying men getting caught is that a lot of times men don't tell, women tell. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
that's why men get caught up. But when you have a woman that's ride or die, and then this is a situation that she's satisfied in, she's never going to say anything. So in speaking to a friend of mine, her sister, speaking to her sister, she said she didn't find out about the other family he had
Mm-hmm.
until he died.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she came to the funeral. They came to the funeral.
So my point is though, then the person or the man or woman that's doing the cheating or what have you is willing, because of, like you said, greed or wanting more, is willing to allow or willing to take that chance that she can find out. So I guess
Sometimes they may feel
that's
like
that point of saying, do you really love that person?
you do love them. I mean, hell, we hurt our loved ones all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what we do with family. Look what children do to their parents.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think your children don't love you, but they do some foul stuff. Look at what we do to our children.
Mm.
You know, we hurt loved ones all the time.
Okay.
Relationship love is no different than just love. Love is just love. It's just different degrees of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Love is just what it is. So yeah, I think a man or a woman, in this case, a man with, hey, the reward sometimes outweighs the risk.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
know,
Okay.
and then you can be in love with a woman that's just not really doing it for you. You can still love her. She just does not do those things that you want. She
Then
may, in your mind, lack something that, hey, this one over here does. You know, I'll be the first to admit, like I said, I don't want my woman dressing like a 304, but I don't mind yours dressing like one, right?
right, but right, then you go to that point. You said, okay, then why not end it and then go
See,
on over to why not? I
but
don't
you don't want to
understand.
end it because you do love this woman. You do because the sex side is not everything. It's the sum total of all the parts that make the whole person, right? The whole person. So she may not do something sexually for you, but that doesn't mean she's not great in other areas. And we're talking about folks that's just out here being greedy. I'm not talking about, because I do know some monogamous men. I'm just talking about those of us, because I put myself in the category because I cheated during my marriage.
Okay.
I know why I did mine. I wasn't in love like at all, not to that degree. I was like, hey, I got kids with this woman, so this is why I'm here. I'm here because of the kids.
Okay.
You know, so I did what I did. But there are actual men out here that still love their wives. I've kicked it with men, that love their wives. It's just, hey, man, they see something that looks something that they want. So they tip.
Mm.
But they still
Right.
take care of home. They still do everything else. Now, I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong. I'm just saying this is just what it is.
Right.
So yeah, when I say you can be in love with more than one person, you can.
Mm.
Love is not. It's not love. Is not one of them things that's, you know, um, just, I just see you and that's it. No, your eyes still work.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, yeah.
and and we have to allow ourselves to fall in love with other people because that means we don't have what we discussed before, sexual discipline.
Right. Yeah. 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 No, all of those things together. When you say that you know it all comes down to what you want and what you're willing to risk. It comes down to even your moral compass, like what where what does what type of I guess just how you want to show up. How do you want to be? How who are you, basically? Who are you?
And you know what? And let's be. I'm gonna be 1,000 with you on this. I'm gonna keep it a
Yes.
buck with you.
Yeah.
Truly, it's never about the wife in the first place.
Mm.
Even though I said there's some things you may not do and this and that and the other, it's never really that issue
Mm-hmm.
that makes a man go out and do what he or she does. I mean, he does. It's just because I see something that I like and I'm going to get it. I want to see what it's about. That's it. That's why men cheat because that's why people cheat because they want to.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, but it's easier said than done because the legalities of marriage and this and that and the other and losing this. So maybe that's why, hey, I'm gonna hide this, but at the same time, men cheat because men want to cheat. It's not about what you are or aren't doing. You could be jumping off the ceiling, spinning on the chandeliers, flipping backwards, swallowing three bananas at one time.
So
It's
do,
still.
so then does it go back to what I say? It does it go back to, you know, again, mitigating your risk by getting to know, like getting to take the time, getting to spend the time with that person and really see where they are, where they stand, what they want. I know there's nothing that's 100% because you're not going to get that anywhere, anything. But to, like I said, mitigate the risk is to really get to know one another, become friends first, and I don't know. It's hard for me to intentionally, well, I guess you said if they're hiding it, it's not intentionally hurt my friend or intentionally hurt my friends or my loved ones. And it seems, and I've always stood on that, stepping outside of the commitment that you have with one another is then putting that person at risk that you say that you love.
And like I said, I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong.
Yeah.
It's just
It is.
reality.
Right.
And you can
Right.
you can do the interrogation stage. You can have great communication. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. Cheating is not the hardest thing to do, especially especially nowadays because women are so willing to do it with you.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, that pseudo sisterhood stuff y'all have, that's all BS. It's garbage. Y'all don't have a sisterhood.
I think it just
You know,
depends on. I think it depends on the women and the sisterhood. I
you
think.
know what?
I think that's what it depends on.
That's true. That's true. But it's always in a group of women that one little 304. It's always that one 304 in the group that'll hit any one of y'all men. And here's where a lot of y'all women go wrong though, because you all contradict yourselves. In 1 minute, you will say you will go in on men if we start talking about 304s and how they look, how they dress, the whole 9 yards. Y'all to defend them.
Give
Hold
us
on,
a.
wait.
What is that?
Huh?
Give us a 304. What is that?
Oh, that's a wholesale backwards. I'm trying to be PG. I'm
My
trying to
bad.
be
Okay.
good.
Well, everybody don't know what it means, so be good. Go ahead. Go ahead with
Okay.
your 304. Okay. We
Okay.
ladies, listen up.
Okay. So now y'all to defend those type of women. Women can dress how they want to. They can show they body this and that and the other. They all good until they hit your man. Now she every name in the book now. But just a second ago, she was cool. She was cool to come around your man dressed like that. Because hey, she's expressing herself. Now your dude done seen it.
That's not all. That's not in all groups, though. That's not in all sister circles. That's why I said
I
it
didn't
depends
say
on the
I didn't
circle.
say I didn't say it's all sister circles, but I'm
Okay.
I'm telling you, I'm trying
Okay.
to tell you, I'm
Because
trying to
the
tell
right
you.
sister circles will check you. So
Mm, yeah, yeah, I mean that's good, but but I'm trying to tell you,
mhm.
this sisterhood, it doesn't exist like we try to portray it to exist. It's I'm telling you, just watching the faces of some of y'all women watching other women walk in the room, man, that's the most entertaining. That's probably just as entertaining as being in front of the court listening to people's problems with the children.
I get it. No, I get what you're saying. I definitely do because the women are definitely hard on one another.
Oh
Definitely,
man,
all of that. I
hard.
get that. I'm not saying all women. I'm not saying we all act that way. So we're not saying all, but
No,
okay,
it's never all. It's never
right.
all.
Never all. Never
So
all.
so let's
Okay,
let's put that disclaimer out there because saying all of
sure,
anything or most of is a fallacy.
for sure,
But
for
there
sure.
are a great deal of women out there that don't care how good of friends y'all think y'all are.
Oh yeah.
Yo, dude come across and he looks like something that she may want to sample. Oh, she gonna ride. That's just flat out.
All right. Well, ladies, listen up. All right. What's number? What number are we on?
Number 4, what you're gonna do is look for the void. At times, people get into relationships to fill up some of the void. That void can hold the answers to how to end an affair with a married man. To be able to move forward from this emotionally draining relationship, you first need to identify the void that is eating your life up. Is it attention, money, or love? Do you need to endure the pain of being the other woman to fill the void? Whatever it is, you know that in the long run you are going to regret it. And while it is great that you identify that that is not something you want, you also need to identify and avoid what caused it in the first place. Think about how those voids can be filled without a married man in the picture.
I think that's something that often single women do fight with, and that's that void. But then you have to go back and reason with yourself as to what you want to allow to fill that void, and if you're willing to wait for what it is that you truly want. So I think what you said about the void is absolutely true, because I mean, we're human, we're women, we're nurturers, we're relational, you know, we want that in our lives, but just what are you willing to sacrifice for it is what I'm hearing you say.
Now, and then also too, filling the void, and then there's probably other things, you know, yeah, you might be filling the void, but then there's something you might be trying to avoid. And you might be trying to avoid being done like you might have seen your friends, you know, go through, or your mother go through. In your mind, I don't want to be enthralled with this man that's cheating on me. I don't want that to happen. So, you know, before I be the cheated on, I'll be the cheater, you
Right.
know, the one
Yeah.
that's helping the cheater rather. So there's some things you're trying to avoid at the same time. You're trying to avoid heartache,
Right.
but you're not going to avoid it, because anytime you spend any great length of time with anybody,
Hmm.
you're going to catch some feelings some kind of way.
Hmm.
There's
Yeah.
going to be something there. You just can't keep doing trips, dinner, sex, this and that and the other, and not over time start to feel things, because that's where a lot of men get in trouble with, you know, right? Because in the beginning, you and old girl she may know the whole situation. She may know, hey yo, hey, I'm with somebody, this and that and the other. You cool? Yeah, I'm cool. You sure? I'm sure. Then you know you think you done communicated the whole 9 yards out. You think you got anything going. Now you get to smashing that boy like it's supposed to be hit, like she ain't never been done before. So you treating her right. You're communicating with her the whole 9 yards. And then guess what? Now all of a sudden she cuckoo for cocoa puffs, right?
No
Now
more.
she trying,
Yeah.
yeah, she want more. Now she, guess what? Guess you gonna be a daddy. Like, oh, daddy, whoa. We ain't saying nothing about no daddy, right? She's like, I got a baby.
Right.
Why? How'd you do that? You know what I'm saying? Are you asexual? You
I'm
know, can
sure
you
you
just
know I should
do
do.
it? It's like, can you just do that? I mean, does that really
That's
work
it.
like that, right? And you, next thing you know, you got this woman possibly going after your wife,
Of course.
especially if your wife don't even know who she is, but she know who your wife is.
Exactly. And that's the
So
danger of it too, because you're putting somebody else in danger, don't even know what they should be even looking out for. Hence, what was that Fatal Attraction? The lady Glenn
yeah,
Close cooked their doggone rabbit. You know what I'm saying? So it just seems so messy. It's like it's like we already have so much to deal with in life. It's like that's just adding more chaos and confusion to it. But okay,
it is.
that's
All
another
right,
tragedy.
we're gonna go to number 5.
All right.
Number 5. Evaluate what you are not getting from this relationship.
Ooh, that's good.
Evaluate what you are not getting from this relationship. All of us have certain relationship expectations from our partners. To stop dating a married man, you need to evaluate your needs that your married lover is not able to meet. Take a pen and paper and list out what sacrifices you are making when you do not need to. Would you still be making those if you were dating a single man? Is he there when you need him or when it is convenient for him? Did your lover spend his holidays with you or his family? Are you technically left alone while he enjoys his social life with his wife? When the world was going around publicly celebrating, you were left alone, even though you had your lover to celebrate with. Revisit the memories of all the sleepless nights you spent staining your pillow with tears while he was probably having a snug time with his family. That right there is why you need to figure out how to stop loving a married man.
Ooh, that was deep. That was deep. Yeah. And it's the reality of it. I think sometimes, you know, when you get the mirror put in front of you, you can't help but to see what's there, you know. Sometimes people just bury and bury and bury feelings, emotion, and all that. Then that's when you get all these, you know, busting out tires and busting out windows and slashing tires and coming after the spouse, because you know you've put yourself in that situation thinking that maybe you can. I think one of your words before was like you can detach yourself, or you feel like you got the best of both worlds or what have you, and then when reality hits, it's like, uh-oh.
I mean, first of all, in that, what they're describing is a person that's lying to themselves.
Yep.
You know, that person right there, you know, you're not lying to anybody more important than yourself. You're lying to yourself saying that I don't need to be, I don't need to cuddle, I don't need to snuggle when I don't want none of that affection and stuff. I just want sex when I want it. Boom, boom, boom. But then when you really look at it, you know, I listen to so many women talk about I don't need it, I don't need it, I don't need it. But then when you get it, and like I said, when it's done right, and when I say done right, I mean they make you feel right. The way he touches you, talks to you. See, you can have all those toys, but see, one thing those toys lack. No, it's a couple things toys lack. See, you can get toys this big and change the size of it the whole nine. It can vibrate, all this other stuff. But what it can't do is breathe on you. It can't stare you in your eyes. It can't touch you softly in different parts of your body. It can't pull you close afterwards. You know, the big spoon, little spoon thing. You can't do that with a piece of latex.
Right.
So when you have these toys, yeah, you can buzz all day long. The little rose is popular. It bzz, like a little cake blender. That's why you got so many desensitized little VJs, you know what I'm saying? Because you got this thing that go 29,000 RPMs, you know, ain't no man on planet can go. That's like a bee buzzing his wings. He'll burn up before he reaches it.
Y'all hear 2,500 RPMs.
I'm just saying, those things just spin so fast. I mean, you just go zzz, and it's like, whoa, that don't hurt, you know. So you may have that, and then you might explode.
Right.
Oh, then when you realize and look around, you by yourself. You can't even cuddle in the puddle because you by yourself.
Right. Yeah.
When you got a dude, y'all make it go, right? Y'all can cuddle in the puddle, right? Y'all can sit there. Y'all can talk afterwards. You're not gonna have a conversation with a rose. You're not gonna have a conversation with that 12-inch latex. You're not gonna have a conversation with it.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you really want more than that, but you're scared because you know that your picker may be broken. Remember we talked about that.
Yeah, we did. But it's broken if you picking somebody else's husband anyway. That's somebody else's husband.
Yeah, but see, that's someone that's lied to themselves and said, I don't want nobody because I don't want to ever get hurt. But you're getting hurt. You're getting hurt every time you call and say, can you come through? Oh, you know, it's my wife's birthday today, and you know, or it's the kid's birthday, or you know, we got a family gathering. And then when you gotta look around holiday time, you know, as a man that you know has messed around with folks that were involved, you know, hey, Sweetie's Day, you're gonna be by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Valentine's, you're gonna be by yourself. Holidays, you're gonna be by yourself. July 4th, all these little weekends. And then if hubby or the boyfriend says, hey babe, let's go somewhere for the weekend, and y'all got something planned for the weekend, you SOL because he trumps you or she trumps you.
Absolutely. Right.
You know, he can have this great Vegas weekend set up, the whole thing paid for, the whole 9 yards. He'll be like, look, babe, take one of your girlfriends with you because my wife want to do something today. You know, she want to get out here, clean the yard and stuff.
Absolutely.
So that's yeah, can't lie to yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's taking second seat.
Yeah.
Or third.
Hey, whatever place she may fall in the chain, you know.
Absolutely. Yes.
So we're gonna jump to number 6. Face it, You are like a mistress to him.
Yeah.
Reality check. You are his mistress. You are the other woman in a married couple's life. You can never take the place of his wife. And I'm going to say that again. You can never take the place of his wife. He will never have kids with you purposely. But then again, if you don't prevent it, it's on purpose. But anyway, he will never purposely have children with you.
Right.
All you are doing is unwillingly breaking a family when the man is at fault. What's down here? Oh, the psychological effects of being the other woman can leave a permanent dent in your mental health, well-being, and sense of self. Think about whether your relationship with a married man is worth losing yourself over.
That picture is on it.
No. Then working to gain acceptance of the fact that breaking up with a married man is the best recourse available for you. And I can see, he like little flat little booties or whatnot. So that's what he do. I can see, so he keeping it consistent, making sure that he's able to, handle the wife, the same way, or so to speak, because if he had one of the big brown rounds or whatever that he trying to hit, it's gonna leave him to trying to hit differently. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying that picture depicted very well, because he's close and hugged with his wife, and then you're over there, the Lone Ranger, with all that space there. You know what I was talking about.
You thinking about that? Okay, I'm thinking about the body types, because they both kind of skinny minis, right? And so he's like, I gotta keep it consistent, because when he hugged, when he hugged the mistress, it's like hugging his wife, because they all the same size. So he just, it's automatic. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what was a good movie? It just popped in my head. The Family That Prays. I don't know if you saw that movie, but The Family That Prays. Oh my gosh, that was the awesome depiction of exactly what we're talking about. Because the wife, it was just long and short, the wife, the mistress got pregnant by the husband, and told her husband that it was his child up until the baby was like 5 or whatever. And then when the husband found out, oh my Lanta, I think well, it got violent, because he hit her so hard he knocked her over the restaurant counter or whatever. But it was just because she was all up in his face, dogging him out or whatever. But it was just like the depiction, like whatever he would buy a necklace for his wife, then he'll buy one for her. But then his wife smelled his administrator's cologne on him when he came home, and that's how she connected the two. And then she started paying attention. But it can be such a traumatic, devastating, what do you call it? Triangle. In that case, it was 4 people involved, 4 lives, 5 with the baby. It's like, wow. I think sometimes we jump at stuff and do stuff, and it's like you're not even thinking about the whole picture or the long-term effect or the trauma that's,
And then what men have to realize, the more attractive the woman, the crazier she is, because the Homeboys of America did a comprehensive study, and we're finishing up for 2021 with our comprehensive study that proves the more attractive the woman is, the more mental she can get. She's psychologically.
We are not going there with you and them Homeboys of America, because I already told you the Homegirls of America done bumped you, and they done dethroned your whole organization, because y'all come up with some crazy stuff. That means y'all talking about.
They don't exist. The Homegirls of America don't exist because y'all don't get along with each other.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And yes, we do. And every last one of them are beautiful, and then not nearly one of them are crazy.
I know y'all don't get along now.
Women can get along. I know women can get along with one another.
No, I know y'all can, because every clique gotta have some ugliness in it, so y'all can look down on them.
No, I don't subscribe to that philosophy whatsoever. Not at all.
I'm telling you.
And I take offense to you saying y'all, because you just threw me personally in the punch.
Okay.
We're gonna have a meeting after this podcast. Pardon me?
I'm speaking in general terms about women.
You said y'all.
when y'all have some, yeah, I'm saying y'all because I'm saying y'all, but not meaning all y'all, but I'm just saying y'all as a
Thank you
general
for that
term.
clarification.
So
Thank you.
what I'm saying is, y'all can't get into a group with one another and all y'all be fine. It just does not.
Can
Y'all
you just
can't do
say?
it.
Can you just say women? Because when you say y'all, I get defensive. I gotta protect
Okay,
my sisters.
okay. Some of you women cannot be
There you
involved
go
with
too.
other
Some of you women,
gorgeous.
ladies, in the comments, let us know. Do you take offense when men say something derogatory and say you women or y'all or
Okay,
what's the other?
some women cannot handle competition for some reason or
Okay,
another. But that's how you all are. Y'all are bred to
there
compete
we
with
go
one another.
again. You all are. You see,
But you all
vocabulary.
are. You all are though.
You all.
You all are.
You all.
Huh?
You
Who?
all.
You are. Yep. You all you women are bred to
See,
compete with one another. Y'all might say,
okay.
that's my sister. I ain't gonna be with her. What she wearing? That
You
ain't
know
no real
what?
Jimmy Choo shoe.
You
That
know
ain't
what?
real. She
All
got
of
that
us
from
are not. All
DSW.
women are not
She
like that.
she
He
got
said
that
that
from
all women.
DSW. That ain't no official
You won't
Jimmy
let me
Choo
talk, y'all.
shoe.
I have to get the homegirls of America out here. You won't let me talk. It's not all of us women. It's not you all women. And we can compliment one another. And we can be happy for one another looking beautiful and help each other fix their hair, fix their crown, fix all of that. So all women are lumped into that same category. Mr. Cherrard and Homeboys of America. Just had to set the record straight on that one. So can we go to the
number
next one?
number 7.
He like fighting with me, you all. I can say that to you all. He like fighting with me. Yes.
Number
Number 7.
7. Please don't do this. This is not wise. Give him a pregnancy scare. If you are still stuck in his web of lies that he is going to be with you and leave his family, test his intentions by playing a little prank. Just tell him you are pregnant. Nothing more, nothing less. He's going to tell you to abort the child because he cannot leave his family. His reaction will determine where you stand in his life. All the promises, all the commitments will drown in his disappointment with you. And once he does so, you should not think twice before walking out of his hell. You are the one who will have to make the sacrifice because of a situation he put you in. You don't have to keep sacrificing yourself at the altar of his expectations and needs. The only way to stop that from happening is to end a relationship with a married man.
Oh, wait. All right.
Okay, on some serious stuff.
Yeah.
Some things you should not play with, especially if it's going to impede on a man's ability to pay bills, keep his house, and keep his children. That's not something I would tell you to play with a man on. I gotta because a lot of women are not going to stop at I'm pregnant. They're going to say I'm pregnant and I'm gonna tell your wife. See, you got to look at that. Do not play that game because you don't know what mental state this man is in. So
Mm.
that's not a game you should play. If anything, just say, "Hey, look, I found somebody else," or that might be dangerous too. You got to know who you're dealing with, but don't play that game. Don't do the pregnancy game
Don't
because
do
you might,
games.
yeah, you
Not
you
with the
might fall down the
game.
steps or something like that. You might get
That's what I'm.
pushed.
If we're adults and we're making adult decisions, then stop playing games with each other. Like, I don't know. I just that just drives me nuts. The
Hey,
part about the games and everything that drives me completely nuts. It's like there's enough adult decisions to be made versus an adult ways to maneuver through relationships or however. But
this is
games are
true.
not good because you never know, like you said, what the outcome is going to be or what somebody's mental state is going to be. Now sometimes it's
Yeah,
just way too much for them to handle or to handle properly. Yeah, that's yeah, I agree totally.
let's go to number 8.
Okay.
And number 8 is ask him to file for a divorce. Whether you want to end an affair with a married man at work or an old flame you reconnected with, knowing where you stand in this life can make that decision easier for you. Do not threaten to leave him. He has prepared himself for this long time before it popped into your mind. He will talk you out of it. Instead, ask him to file for a divorce. Tell him you can't continue going on like this. He is never going to do it, though he may keep on asking you for time. You know this better because you might have already given him enough time. Yep, you've already given him enough time. So you're trying to ask for a divorce. Ask him to get a divorce. It ain't going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not going to happen. He's not going to risk giving up everything for you. I mean, and this is me breaking man code, right? He ain't leaving his situation. I don't care if he and his wife don't even get along. If they get along well enough for him to keep his house and be around his children, he is not giving that up for you. You are not that deep. Trust me, it ain't that good. You know, I mean, maybe back in the day, men were stupid enough to do stuff like that, and they were. But nowadays, I think the majority of men, if they could have their cake and eat it too, in that situation, they'll have their cake and eat it too. But if I gotta choose between you saying I'm leaving and I don't want to talk to you no more, all right. There's another one of you out here.
Wow, wow. That's really deep though. That's really deep.
You know, that right there, you threatening to I'm gonna leave you if you don't get divorced. You know how much divorce gonna cost me?
Right.
You know, that's
Yeah.
gonna cost me my house, my wages, my time with my children. That's gonna turn my life upside down. As a matter of fact, when I lose all of those things, I'm gonna lose you too because I won't have the ability to do the things that I could do last time. I mean, the things I was doing for you. I won't have that ability now.
And see, that's again, and we're talking about the tragedies of dating a married man. So that's one of the tragedies, you know, of not having all this conversation or this interrogation process up front. But we're saying in this case, women are choosing to be in a relationship with a married man. But if you're choosing that position, then now you come back later
Play
on
your
and say,
position.
well, my feelings have changed and now I want it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go to number 9.
All right, number 9.
Number 9 is stop lying to yourself and everyone else.
Yeah.
Going behind a man's wife and kids for your affair isn't worth it. It has to be a secret. You have to constantly lie to yourself and to your near and dear ones to keep this relationship going. And you cannot declare your relationship in public. It has to be a hush hush affair. There are so many secrets you have to keep, and for what? A relationship that has no future. You cannot go out in public, cannot introduce him to your friends. He will never acknowledge you as his girlfriend. Since he will not give you your rightful place as a partner, it's best to leave a married man and move on.
Yeah. Yeah. And this what I wanted to say too. I forgot about it with the last one about the divorce thing, and it wraps into this one as well. If he got into a relationship with you and he's married, what's to give you any assurance that once you all are together, that he gets dissatisfied with you and he doesn't follow that same pattern?
Well, for one, you ain't got to never worry about that because he ain't going to never get with you. That's just flat out.
Okay.
You ain't got to worry about that. But then again, yeah, that has to be one of the questions in the back of your mind.
So you're gonna walk around that with that question in the back of your mind, instilling your peace.
You know, that's just like when men cheat with married women.
Yeah.
Why do I want you? Especially if this dude doing everything for you, he's giving you the life that you want. He's giving you the life that you want. You asked for. You specifically said you need a man with the bread. You need this. He good dude now, all the whole 9 yards. He's doing all that for you. And I know I'm not going to do half of what he could do, or maybe I can't do any of it. So how are you going to be faithful to me?
Good question.
You know, Jada. I mean,
good question. Number 10.
Think about the children. Let's think about the kids. How to end an affair with a married man. You may have to put your own needs and desires on the back burner for a while and think empathetically about the impact of this relationship on his children. Yes, It can be hard on you, but to quit dating a married man, ascertain the complications your relationship has. The guilt of breaking a marriage. And imagine if there are kids involved. Would you be able to handle the fact that a family broke up because a man couldn't control his desires and you couldn't decide between right and wrong? Uh, think about what impact this news will have on the kids. They are not prepared for such a situation. Would they not hate you? Can you take hatred of kids, so to say? And will your loved ones approve of the relationship happily? Think about it. Even if he divorces under pressure from you, do they deserve it? They
Right.
cannot handle the trauma of having divorced parents and custody issues. So, Doc, what you thinking about?
Wow. Just thinking about the children though. Um, yeah. And then you have to think about it, if it does get to that point, then there's going to be years of repercussions with the children and your new spouse if you decide to marry that person. So there is a lot to be considered with that. The children may never adjust. And then they go into their lives. They go into their lives now with this whole issue.
Remember, there's a song by Luther Ingram.
What's the
If
song?
loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. If being right means being without you, I'd rather live a wrong-doing life.
Ooh,
Your mama and daddy say it's a shame, it's a downright disgrace. But as long as I got you by my side, I don't care what your people say. You know, if I, hey, he's saying I see you when I can.
Yeah. See you when I can.
This is, and I remember as a little kid listening to the song. I mean, I love the song.
We all did. We didn't know what it was.
You just
saying.
never listen to the words. You just never listen to the words. But when I got older, I'm looking at the lyrics like, what the hell?
It's all ingrained in your brain and your subconscious. And come on, that's jail.
and it's like, he's caught up between two people.
Right. Yeah.
And like I said, the children are going to suffer. The children, and then for the children, it may be such an impactful event or a traumatic event that can alter their life. It's like, because I'm used to seeing dad home. Now mom and dad are tripping. Now they're breaking apart. Now mom is stressed out. She's, whereas before she was more easygoing. Now she's mad. She's pissed. She's taking it out on us. She's cussing. She's not herself anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now we got to hear her talking bad about dad, and then dad is, he's not here no more. And so their whole world has just been shattered.
And how do you live with that?
Yep. Ooh, number 11 is a definite no. You don't ever don't get your
number 11.
Hey,
let me
get your bundles. Yeah, don't get your bundles busted open. Don't get them bundles busted open now.
Go to 11.
Tell the wife.
Ooh wee.
If you've pulled all the stops and yet haven't been able to figure out how to stop loving a married man and end the affair, it may be time to try something radical. To stop dating a married man and ensure he doesn't do it again, confess to his wife. Don't do that. The wife has the right to know who she married. Telling her will put you in a bad light, but you cannot expect anything else. Desperate times calls for desperate measures. She needs to know because her ignorance can encourage the man to do it again with someone else. Telling her will lift the heavy weight off your chest or have one put on it. He will probably not pull you back in his life and will perhaps even badmouth you. But the plus is that you will no longer be tied to that man. Of course, you have to weigh the pros and cons of taking such a step because the situation can snowball out of control once the affair comes to light. We do not recommend taking this step lightly or in a fit of anger. This can be the answer to how to end an affair with a married man only if you tried to break it off with him and he isn't prepared to back off.
Wow. They did that in being Mary Jane. She went and told the wife. and the wife and the husband did get back together, and he left her alone. So that part did work. But yeah, I wouldn't advise that at all. I mean, that's yeah, I wouldn't advise that at all.
And some women are they'll be mad at the man. They may not even love him the same anymore afterwards, but they'll be like, I won't let you have him, so I ain't gonna leave him, but you will never get him.
Right. Right.
And then you just, like I said, you got to be very, very careful who you dealing with,
For sure.
because
For sure.
dude, you might get them bundles snatched out. You know what I'm saying? Don't. Woo,
What's number
woo,
12? Because we
man.
don't agree on number 11. What's number 12?
All right, number 12. Sever all ties. When you have decided to end the affair with a married man, you need to be strong. Be
Yeah.
strong. Cut off all ties with him now, immediately, ASAP, right here, right now. It would take all the courage you have, but you know what you have to do. But you know you have to do it. You owe this to yourself. Free yourself from this affair. Tell him never to contact you again. Block his number, shorty. Block his number and delete his contacts.
Yeah, you got to delete it from everything, from every device.
Contact. Block him from your social media accounts and your common friends not to have, and your common friends to not have you both together. Threaten to inform the wife if he tries to reach you. If you feel that your partner is the manipulative kind who wouldn't let go of you easily, the option to break up with a married man over text and then block him out of your life is always available to you. It may not be the cleanest or the most mature move, but it will get the job done.
Okay.
It will get the job done.
Well, that's if you're serious about doing it. So if you're serious about doing it, you have to take all the measures to move forward, and then truly move forward, and don't get those, those weekend moments where you want to text or you want to unblock or all the other stuff. You have to be serious and have your mind made up.
Yeah. And the thing is, like I said, you just got to understand who you're dealing with, because sometimes you get involved with the wrong kind of guy that's living the wrong lifestyle, and you know, it, I'm quite sure there's been countless times where a woman get involved with a dude that's involved in the street life. She wants to leave him alone, even though he hitting everything he want to hit, married the whole 9 yards. But when she says, you know what, I don't want this anymore, in his mind, you don't do that. I tell you when you leave.
Yeah, yeah. That is so important though. And again, I say it over and over again, but sometimes redundancy helps somebody to hear it. But it is very important, ladies, when we meet somebody, that we really listen and we pay attention, and we don't just get caught up in the exterior package, or we don't get caught up in what we think we want, or our feelings, our tingles, and all that other stuff. That we actually think about it, that we actually listen, because if you be quiet and you listen, people will tell you who they are, where they're coming from, and all of that. And then sometimes people get into relationships and they think about right now, the here and now, and don't think about, well, if this person is behaving this way towards other people, then what do you think will happen if you decide that you don't want to be in a relationship anymore? How do you think you're going to be able to sever that if that's the person's nature or the way that the person chooses to be or behave? Then you have to take all that into consideration up front. And I think a lot of times we fail to do that.
Right. Good deal. Good deal. We're going to go to number 13. 13. It's saying contact an ex. Having a friendly conversation with your ex reminds you of what a real relationship feels like. That's if that was a good relationship.
Right.
So some of this, it may not have ended on good terms, but it was real. You will remember your old self again. Contacting your ex is just an attempt to save bits of yourself and not rekindle any old romance. And that's the possibility of that might happening if you're weak. So don't contact an ex.
No.
I don't agree with this one. It says you do not want to go down the path of breaking up with a married man only to end up in a rebound relationship with the next. So why call him? Just treat it like a fleeting moment of contact to jolt you out of your denial about the reality of your relationship with a married man, so that you stick to the resolve of ending the affair, moving on. Uh,
No.
you shouldn't contact the ex. You should just try to end the relationship with the married dude to start the healing process.
Yeah, I think that contacting the ex is that's toxic. That's not good either.
That's horrible.
They're an ex for a reason.
Horrible, yeah. That's horrible advice to just jump over here for a minute. Now you got this dude thinking that you calling him for some, but you're using him. You telling me
using him
to use him.
We both agree. Cherrard, we agree. Look, we're agreeing.
Hey.
No.
It is getting cold outside, ain't it?
No, right?
No. But seriously, I mean, that right there, that's dangerous in itself too. Because like they said, even if it didn't end on good terms, still call them?
No. They blocked and deleted. Look, they're supposed to be blocked, deleted, all of that. So you're not supposed to be able to call them.
You just need to get by yourself and be still, and then start the healing process. Make sure that you take time for yourself to get to learn yourself. Take time to understand what it is you want, what are your desires, what are your requirements, and then once you start getting all those things together, it should take you some time before you jump back out there in the dating pool and don't mess with married men anymore.
Yeah, they said 12 to 18 months to heal. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's
I don't know, but I don't think there's a time frame on it, because everybody is,
But they said a minimum. They said a minimum to a minimum. So I don't know. I just, like I said, I heard it. I don't know, but it said 12 to 18 months to actually begin and throw yourself in the healing process. So I'm not sure. That's not my area of specialty.
Well, it's goofy to me.
Okay, I'll make sure I tell Homegirls of America. That one was goofy, he said. Yeah, no, go ahead.
That's goofy. Well, we're gonna jump on to number 14.
Okay.
Tell your best friend. Don't think about all the judging looks she will give you. In the end, she will support you and hold you together when all of this is over. That's if she ain't the one that hooked you up with the married man in the first place. Best friend.
Could have been an accident. She didn't know.
Yeah, she knew.
She didn't know.
She ain't nothing. She wanted to turn your life upside down because you're doing better in life than she is, because she got all these kids with this no good dude that she taking care of.
What did he say? Anyway. Number 15.
All right, number 14. Tell your best friend. Don't think about all the judging looks she will give you. In the end, she will support you and hold you together when all this is over. You will need her the most when it all comes down crashing. Telling your best friend about it and being open about your feelings will make you feel light. Share how committed you are to end things for good and ask her for help. Ask her to check on you every few days, just to give you a few days less you give in to your temptations. She will be your support system and will help you not go back to your old ways again. Just like with any other breakup, you need emotional support to end a relationship with a married man. Your best friend is the only one who can offer it.
You have to choose your friends wisely, that's all. So when you choose your friends wisely, then yeah, that's your support system.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
All right, number 15, because we can let you be quiet on something. Let's just take that. Let's take that get out of jail free card.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Okay, we're gonna accept.
All right. Get back to your old self. The old self got you messed up in the first place. You need to become a new person.
A better
you. The final piece of advice on how to end an affair with a married man is to reclaim your old self in life. You have been leading a secretive life and must have lost contact with your old friends. Reconnect with lost ones and get your life back. He is not going to like this because it will expose your relationship's vulnerability. Go on dates and meet new people. Who knows where you find someone? Go out shopping with your girlfriends and buy a dress that makes you look sexy and you feel good about it. You can also do some online retail therapy and get some new cushion covers for the house or art supplies so that you can indulge in your hobby again. Own your life and move on.
Own your life and move on. I think that is
Now
so
that's the
hard for
best
some
part. Yeah,
people.
that's the best part of number 15 is owning your life and moving on.
I love
You
it.
know, taking responsibility of, taking a, holding yourself accountable, embracing what you may have done will empower you, to do this. Like, because you
Absolutely.
can you can actually say, oh man, okay, I did X, Y, and Z. Once you place the proper blame where it needs to go
Yes.
and blame yourself for the correct length of time,
Yes.
and then learn to forgive, then you will start healing from that process. Because a lot of times we'll sit and beat ourselves up,
Yeah.
over and over again. I was stupid. I was stupid. I was stupid. And it's like, okay, everybody makes mistakes, or everybody makes bad judgments. This wasn't a mistake. This was a bad judgment. A
Absolutely.
bad decision.
Absolutely.
So yeah, but don't go back to being your old self. Your old self laying in
Got you
food
into
bed with
that.
a married man.
I like what you said though. I like what you said though. Forgive yourself and move on. And then if you don't make the same mistake over, doing the same thing,
Yeah,
expecting a different result is insanity, right? So don't do the same thing. And now you've moved on. And then don't let anybody else hold you to that old self. Your new self is who you are. So wow, that was great. That was great. Those were some very interesting, very interesting. That's what I'm gonna say.
yeah, yeah. They are.
So, all right, everybody. Did you have a final thought, Mr. Sherrod?
Like we said earlier, final thoughts on it would be, if getting involved in a married with a married man, even if he does leave his wife, say he's separated and they've been separated for years on years and years and years and years, you still need to get him to have that divorce finalized so that the wife can be taken off of everything. Because if you all have a house together, and your name ain't on it, or you moved in his house and the cars, and you could be paying stuff, you could be helping him maintain everything. She can come in and take everything from you if he does not do his due diligence as far as it goes, as far as the divorce is concerned. Hold him to that. If he can't, first of all, if he cannot divorce his wife, you should not move in with him in the first place. Do not, because you're gonna lose so much. You're
Absolutely.
gonna lose time, energy. You're gonna lose the possessions of the house, and whatever else y'all built together. You don't want anybody to come in and be able to take it, especially somebody that wasn't even in the picture.
Absolutely. Because that can happen. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So, final thoughts is handle your business.
Handle your business.
Handle your business. So, until next time, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Share this information with somebody else. And until next time, stay fearless. Bye for now.